30 hertz straight up.
Hello, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to another wonderful Wednesday of Lupus Has No Face podcast with your wonderful host, Savannah, and our special guest, Phoeniix Lee, today is in the building, you guys.
How y'all doing?
Okay, we will be discussing finding strength, a conversation on motherhood and leadership. Today, we'll be joined by the amazing Phoeniix Lee, a powerhouse voice from we all listen to it every morning or every afternoon, V100, okay? Milwaukee V100, and the visionary behind the elite mobile bartending. She have to talk about finding strength through motherhood, leadership, and the many roles she juggles with resilience and grace.
Yes. Trying to be superwoman.
Trying to be is, okay? Is. So before we get, jump right into it. How was your day today?
So I juggle 2 jobs. I'm in school, have the mobile bartending business and whatever else. So my other job is Potawatomi. So I was there today and that was pretty smooth. But yeah, it was a pretty uneventful day, which is good sometimes. Yes. I live for days like that sometimes.
You live for days like that.
Yes.
You got a lot. You do got a lot going on. A lot of busy jobs going on. Most people have like a calm collective and then a busy. It seems like you got busy.
Yeah. It can wear at you a little bit. Yeah.
But you got the personality for it.
Yeah. I love both jobs, what I do. A lot of people assume that people that end up in hospitality jobs like failed at life or whatever. Oh, okay, I'm gonna just be a server or bartender. But I love what I do. I get to meet people from all different backgrounds, and some of my customers have became friends or family. I love mixing drinks. I love entertaining people. I love just being able to change people's day by maybe telling a joke or giving a compliment or something like that. So both jobs, I kind of feel like I get paid to kick it or whatever. So yeah.
And that's what we're supposed to do.
Right.
Work smarter, not harder.
Right.
That's
love what you do and do what you love.
That's the stigma on people these days.
Yeah.
About job titles. Mm-hmm. And they forget to fall in love with what it is that you do.
Right. Like they've a few times asked me what I consider being like a supervisor or whatnot. I don't care about none of that stuff on a resume. Like I want to do what feeds my soul or whatever. And babysitting people ain't it. I don't care how it look on a resume or if you're gonna give me a couple more dollars or whatever. Like, yeah, I think you gotta, life is too short. You gotta do what you love.
And I ain't about to be stressed out with grown folks.
Yeah, no. No.
That ain't bad. And to touch on when you said changing your mood, like I was just at the marketplace with my daughter today. I'm like, what do we want to do? I've been trying to spend as much time with her as possible. But I still got to do all of the things that keep the light on and keep the momentum going and my things too. So my daughter is a pretty chill type of chick. And we went to go eat, of course. And I'm like telling the bartender, I'm like, listen, I normally get my norm, but this is what I like. Just surprise me.
Yeah.
And she did that. And it really did kind of knock the edge off a little bit.
Yeah.
Because life been locked
just like the smallest rude thing you might do to somebody might like stick with them throughout the whole day. It's the reverse as well. You know what I mean? Like just I don't know, like, oh girl, you look good in that blue, period. Like that might make you forget about everything else that you're worrying about or whatever. So
and people don't understand it. And then I guess I'm so fortunate to be spoiled. I did not know the marketplace only accept cards because I didn't really have to pay for that.
I had just went there recently too, and I was lost and confused.
Yeah, so when it was time to pay, I'm like, she was like, no, I said, well, maybe you want to take this drink back. And she was like, no, you can put it on my card. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah. I said, you know what? I'm giving you your money back.
Yeah.
I hit up one of my good people and they sent it right over. I'm like, and I sent it to her, but I was just like, dang, I didn't even know. I'm talking to my daughter. Of course, she got so much to say. You didn't know, you didn't see it was no cash. Or I was like, Nana, I don't be paying attention to none of that
They
stuff.
know more than we do.
I don't even pay attention to none of that stuff. So I have a question.
Yes.
You are one of the voices of E100, right? Mm-hmm. Is it different doing radio voice versus live podcasting, like something like this? And if it is something different to you, what is it?
So yes, it actually is, because most of the time, especially since I'm juggling 2 jobs, they allow me to pre-record some of the stuff or whatever. So that way, if I'm like, I ain't like how that sounded, let me do it 15 more times or whatever. But now you got these cameras and stuff. And so yeah, my nerves is on edge a little bit, but you're making me feel good.
See, I always welcome you with love.
Yeah.
So is it the only difference is the cameras or the mess up or, you know?
No, it seemed like a similar setup actually or whatever. Yeah, and just like I'm being myself here, like that's how I am on the air too. Like I just say whatever comes to mind, and minus the cuss words.
Like she just said that.
Yeah. For those that don't know, I'm on Sunday 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
That's right. That's the next question I was gonna be getting to.
Oh,
no, it's okay. It's no mistakes over here. It's no right, left, turn, whatever. We might reverse a little bit, play a little
donuts. Right.
So, what is it that you do? Do you have anything coming up? And if so, how can we get involved?
So what I do, I started out. Okay, so let me reverse real quick. Give you my resume. So I initially got into radio back in 05. I'm gonna age myself. So 05 to 07, I was Bailey Coleman's intern / assistant. That radio was so different. It wasn't no streaming platforms, none of that stuff or whatever. So it was way more hands-on, and I missed that those factors to it. After that, I ended up getting pregnant with my son, and I kind of just wanted to focus on that. So I laid low for a long time, and then in 2015, I was at 98.3. There I was just on a promo team or whatever, and it was smooth, but I just I didn't see a chance for me to move up in the time frame I wanted to. So when the pandemic happened, I kind of just went my separate way. And then in 2022, I received a call from Reggie Brown and Bailey Coleman, and Reggie was in need of a producer, so he reached out to me and was like, "We don't want nobody else. We want you. I know you've been waiting to get back in the station, even though it's 20 years later."
Okay, but they kept you in mind,
right? So I spun the block or whatever. I started out being his producer. However, for those of y'all that don't know, radio is a very interesting industry. It's like you do what you love, but it might not be the most stable. So at any point they could just let you go or whatever. So it's important to network. It's important not to burn any bridges. It's important to have other skill sets that you can add to that. Shortly after I started, they let Bailey go because of budget cuts. And then further down the road, the same week that I was set to start my show is the same week they let Reggie Brown go because of budget cuts. But it didn't have nothing to do with me. But I guess they was trying to just like go a different direction. And then after that, they end up letting Minister Melvin Hood go and then bump me up to his spot, which is real early. I'm not an early bird, but so now I currently run the social media. I distribute some of the prizes, like I assist the promo director.
Okay.
I make some updates to the website, and then once in a while they'll get me to go to like Total Wireless or something like that. But it's kind of hard to juggle it with everything else I got going on. But that's that. The only thing set in stone that's coming up, I would say, is our breast cancer walk. I can't talk right. In September. That's the Sister Strut, and Just Hilarious will be here this time around. So it should be pretty dope.
Is that here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
Yep. It's at the Marcus Performing Pet Pavilion, September 27th.
And where can they sign up at?
They can go to v100.com and then search strut for the keyword.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We're going to type that in. Tom, make sure you put that in the chats below.
Yes. It was a huge turnout last year. It was really dope. It really was. Last year they had Angela Yee. She was so sweet, her and her team. So I'm looking forward to see how Jess is. So we'll see.
Okay. I've never been. I never heard of this.
Really?
So
yeah, you gotta come.
I'm gonna definitely come.
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna come. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and sign up. It just come support the cause, if nothing at all.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely like a lot of sisterhood and just unity and just dope vibes. It really is.
So is it like just like a walk? Is it a speech before, afterwards?
So it's a little bit of everything. Like we normally get a little entertainment. We get somebody to get some exercise in. I'm pretty sure we'll be doing some line dances this year. So get your fans ready. And then there's a lot of vendors, a lot of local vendors. It was a few food places you could go to. But yeah, it's a little bit of everything. It's entertainment, exercise. They also do free breast exams there as well.
That's so dope.
Yeah, and then we do the walk after we all done shopping and doing all and whatever.
Stuff,
yeah,
the walk gonna wipe us out.
Yeah, and it's a short walk.
We gotta save some of that stuff for when they come. We can't give them everything right now. So
okay.
Make sure y'all go hit that link and go sign up because we need y'all support.
Yes.
Okay, so we did a little bit on your story. So what does strength means to you today, and how has that evolved over time?
I used to be real scared of failure until I realized that's how you succeed. Like, nobody I know of gets it right on the first try or whatever. So strength to me is just persevering through whatever life throws at you, and just get up more times than you fall down. You know what I mean?
As long as you get back up.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Push through. Stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan.
My sister has a I'm trying to remember. It's a wallpaper on the phone. It's a stick to the plan, not your mood. I like
get that.
Yeah,
and I can understand that because your mood can be like, I ain't doing that today. I ain't doing that tomorrow. I'm just done with that. Your mood can throw everything off.
And so I used to do that, and then it'd be like, okay, I'm not in the mood today. I'm not in the mood tomorrow. I'm not in the mood next day. And I'm like, okay, like, no, I need to get it together. So stick to the plan, not your mood.
Yes. That is so dope. I was just literally having like a little small talk with my daughter, just letting her remember all of the things that I poured into her because of what she's about to transition to do. And I always tell her, like, listen, just because it doesn't work this way, that's not God speaking to you. So many people be like, that's God's telling me no. Go back to the drawing board. You probably skipped some steps and you messed it all up. So go back. Let's start fresh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was just saying that. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
You wear many hats, radio hats, entrepreneur hats, mother. What has been your greatest source of strength through it all?
Okay, so I'm gonna be a little transparent. I have struggled with some mental health issues, and by that I mean like bad anxiety. Bad anxiety. And some like bouts of depression. But I'll say after I had my son, like it gave my life so much purpose. And then I also have some lovely stepkids, and they keep me going too. They be like, nah, we're not about to do this. Wipe your tears. We got to keep on pushing or whatever. So I say my kids been my greatest strength through everything.
So when you talk about depression, because many warriors have depression on top of invisible illness. So having somebody that's healthy and having depression, people say like, what does that look like, right? That's still each from in without, right?
Yeah.
So what does depression look like for you when you are going through your depression?
It's just hard to get out of bed. It's over analyzing what every little thing, what people say, do, everything. It's good to be on guard, but like I overdo it. I get real sensitive. I'm a sensitive thug. I got a smart mouth, but I be so sensitive. I don't know. I just overthink too much. I get in my head and then I can't get out. So yeah, it could kind of like prevent me from being my best in other areas.
So would you say that's a little bit of anxiety as well?
Yeah.
Right. And because you have your children now, you have your stepchildren now, is that what feeds you now? Is that your way of dealing with it? Or are you like taking any type of medications or anything like that to deal with it?
I take ashwagandha and folate, and those have helped a lot. Also, I wanted to touch on, since the main reason we're here is because of lupus. I also was diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease, which is a thyroid disease where the autoimmune system attacks just the thyroid versus like several other organs. And so that once they got me on medication for that and got that under control, I seen a 360 with my mood.
Really?
So yeah, that was really affecting that, and I would have never known. I would have just been like, oh, that's depression and anxiety or whatever. So yeah.
Wow. So so you kept something from me. I wasn't even able to do my homework. Okay.
No, my bad.
So no, that's cool. So yes, invisible illnesses. What do you look like? You look perfectly fine to everybody.
Yeah.
How does that affect you?
So it's actually similar in some ways, where it's like
similar to
lupus,
really,
but not as extreme. So I don't want to take from that.
No, you won't.
But it's a lot of fatigue, joint pains and stiffness. On top of my old age, I don't know which one it is. Yeah, I'll say the thing that affects me the most is being fatigued. So I'm already wearing myself thin, but then like when the levels is like lower than they should be, then I'm even more fatigued, and it looks like I'm being lazy or whatever, but I don't want to do nothing. I just want to recharge. You know what I mean?
That is so dope. I'm definitely gonna have to educate myself on that, because you threw a boomerang. I was perfect, but I'm happy that you said that, because I was so like, still trying to navigate through it.
Yeah, I was trying to see how I could circle back to lupus, and I was like, it's actually like this is like a baby version of it, kind of, if that makes sense or whatever. So, but I think that's important for people to keep in mind. Like you said, like invisible illnesses, people be like, oh, she fine, she look good, or she's still doing this. She out here kicking it. She out here going to work. That doesn't mean like
nothing.
We're okay mentally or physically or whatever. Like it'd be a lot.
It costs nothing to be kind.
Right.
Really, you just never know what nobody is going through.
Right.
You just never know what nobody is going through. And I love the fact that I have this platform, because not bringing awareness just to lupus, bringing awareness to all the invisible illness. Like I ain't never heard that a day in my life, and I'm sure my supporters have never heard. If you guys are listening to this and you heard,
I never did either, but I thought it sounded kind of cool.
I mean,
not to have it, but I
almost
was
sound like the Mario Brothers or something.
Right, like I'm going to Japan or something. Hey, y'all cure me.
Yeah, so like if you guys ever heard this, let me know, chime in, type in, because I just never heard of something like this. So like, were you born with it? Did something in the atmosphere trigger it? And then like, how did you get fully diagnosed with it?
I think mine is genetics, because so you could have an underactive thyroid or you could have an overactive. So overactive would mean I'll look like I'm 80 pounds or whatever.
Right.
But I have an underactive one, which slows down my metabolism, which makes it harder to like get rid of weight when I'm trying to do that. So that's something else we was talking about. But and so it can be more discouraging because it's going to be harder or a slower progress for me to do it because of that. But yeah, no, she checked all my vitamin levels. I was just so fatigued and wore out when I wasn't doing anything. And I'm like, this ain't right. Like, I don't know what else I need to do. And so she thought maybe it was my vitamin D level or B12, but she ended up discovering the antibodies for the Hashimoto's disease. So
Hashimoto's disease.
Yep.
That did sound real dope.
Yeah.
You gotta find a fun everything, you guys.
Right. That's like the people, they be like, what's what they be saying? What's a crazy name that sound cute that you name your kids? And people be like, chlamydia. Like, no.
What?
I don't know if you ever heard.
No, I thought she was going with Sexy Red and all her lip glosses or whatever.
Lord. Maybe I wouldn't put that on my lips. But I love her music. I'd be like in my head, but I don't want chlamydia on my lips. No,
that is so funny.
What was them other ones called?
Gonorrhea.
Oh God. I thought people was trolling, and then I seen that was
I had to look
stuff.
it up. I looked it up. I'll say what in the world, but she be selling out. She speak to her kind for sure. No shade, you guys. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. We got a couple of comments over here.
You made me forget.
No, we got a couple of comments on here. I always let the guests read them. Tone, you want to start with the first comment? Hey, LaShawn said hello, you guys.
Hey,
hello, love.
LaShawn.
And I think that was just him tagging. Okay, that was very informational on there. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's something. Okay.
They say it's a market for everything.
It is. It is. Was there a specific moment in your journey that tested your strength the most, and how did you push through?
I would say, I'd say this is one thing. Me and my man both have jobs where the income fluctuates. It's not like a 9 to 5. So he installs windows or whatever. So he might do somebody mansion and put in 25 windows, and that'll be X amount of dollars versus y'all need 2 windows fixed here or something. So it's been his challenges trying to support both of our dreams while still maintaining like our budget and whatever else. I would just say like we just kind of sat down and did things smarter and, you know, not just give up on what we're doing. Okay, well, you know, the radio station don't pay enough or Pato don't pay enough. I'm just going to quit everything. Like, no, where there's a will, there's a way. And there's a million hustles out here. So I'll say when the going gets tough, yeah. I do everything except OnlyFans and sell drugs.
Oh my gosh.
Man, during the pandemic, I was selling drinks. I was like Uber drinks. Then would sell out. I made what is it, like some positive self-talk candles. So it was like a rose-shaped candle I would make, and then in the middle it'll be a bottle with a little positive affirmation in it when you burn the candle down.
People still need that.
I know. I want to get back into that. What else did I do? I did tooth gems. I sold lingerie. I did everything.
So people was in a house.
Yeah. They was making babies.
A lot of babies was made in the pandemic. It's okay, y'all.
Yeah.
There was a lot of, not to get off topic, but there was a lot of, if you survived the pandemic, your relationship, not saying that it wasn't or not, but that's where you were supposed to be, I feel like, because a lot of people realize that they don't like that person. Because just think about it.
All the time.
Yeah, just think about it. You got a routine. You get up every morning. Hey, babe, good morning. Eat, leave, come back home, whatever, go to bed. You do it all over again. You're not in a house for 8 hours straight with each other.
Right, you just visited.
So to be in 24 hours lockdown.
Yeah.
You do this, you smack your teeth, you smack when you eat, you don't pick up on what? People went
Right.
nuts in the pandemic.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie though. I had ever since I was 14, I kept the job. I've never been unemployed ever since I was 14. And so that was the first time I could kind of sit down and
Did
just
you like it?
I liked it for like a week. It was cracking. And I was like, okay, this is boring. I need to be like meddling and doing something, you know. But it did let me like focus on more things I wanted to do, like hobbies or catching up with people. You know, like as you get older, you almost gotta like make an appointment to call
For
someone
sure.
so it was just kind of nice to catch up with myself, if that makes sense.
So did you tap in? Not saying that you didn't know who you were before the pandemic, but did you find out who you were? Like what's your likes, what's your dislikes? Because a lot of people don't know who they are. So did you spend that time?
I would say I'm still on a journey.
Still on a journey?
I'll say every day I'm on a journey. But I would say I'm still on a journey figuring out what works for me and what doesn't. But I definitely did get more clarity during that time.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Something happened during that
Some
time.
light bulbs went off.
Okay, we're gonna jump into the reality of motherhood. Motherhood is a full-time job on its own. How do you balance being a present mom while leading two high demanding jobs in the industry?
So this seems to work for my household, but I wouldn't say it's the ideal thing, but we don't have a lot of structure. And what I mean by that is it's not like, okay, like you said, okay, we wake up at such and such time. Okay, let's make some breakfast. Let's do this and that. Like, everybody's always on the go or whatever. And the kids is more grown, but they not grown. Okay. So it's 19-year-old twins and then
Twins.
20-year-old son. And then my biological son, he'll be 17 this weekend. But he think he about 25.
He a Cancer. He emotional.
Mhm.
I got one too.
But he's not too bad. But he my twin, so it could be like we best friends or I'm about to
Enemies.
pop you. So, but lately he been thinking he like real grown, so it's been a little headbutt. But I would say the way that I balance it is I take care of what I'm supposed to do. So I work mornings at Potawatomi. And then I'm blessed enough with V100 where a lot of the stuff I can do remotely. So I might be in the bed smoking my hookah, eating a cheeseburger or something. And then just, taking care of social media posts or checking the algorithm or whatever. So I kind of get in where I fit in with that. And then the kids be needing rides to work or can you pick me up from a friend's house or hey, I need to talk about this girl I really like or whatever. And so it's not a set schedule. So I guess that's how we work it out, but I don't always like that that daily plan, if it makes sense. I'd prefer more structure, but hey, can't always get what you want in life. So sometimes you just gotta ride the wave.
Riding the wave. Okay.
Yeah.
So riding the wave is work for you.
Yeah.
All right. Me, I need to know what's going on. My world does not function without a schedule. I tried.
Yeah.
I did. I tried because I'm a Libra. I can understand both sides, right? That does not work for me. It doesn't work for me. I can't function.
I think I got so used to it that now a schedule gives me anxiety. It's like, wait, I got to do what by what time? I don't know. So
See?
yeah.
Okay. How has becoming a mother shaped the way you learn in business and on air?
Well, I always try to be a good example for him. So I'd say prior to having my son, I was real quick to give up on things. But now I'd be like, no, we don't take no for an answer. We hard headed over here. Like,
okay.
And so yeah, I just carry myself like I'm walking in my purpose because I want him to. He's kind of been like dabbling in different things, but I just want him to find his purpose. I don't want him to just exist, if that makes sense,
No,
because
that
I
makes
spent
sense.
so much of my life doing that. You know, I
Hmm.
want him to live. I want him to live passionately and whatever else. So, yeah, I just try to show him like, hey, walk in your purpose, whatever that is. You're gonna hear that little whisper from God, and yeah, just follow it.
For sure. Now you know I can't just let that slide because you
What I
said
say? I might have said something crazy.
you said I did that so much in my life being existing. What do you mean by that?
When you're alive, but you're not living.
And what did that look like for you?
Like it's just like everything's on autopilot. And I would actually say that's been up until recently. It's like you're just kind of stuck in this mental jail. Like, okay, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do the same thing, go to sleep, do it again or whatever. And it's like you don't find the beauty in every moment of the day or whatever.
You know what? I was just literally talking to someone. She didn't word it just the way that you worded it, but she said that.
Mhm.
And so before I say this, I'm gonna ask you, why did you feel that way?
I don't know. It's like we put ourselves in that prison.
I
I
was
don't
about to say
know.
that. Yeah,
And we
that's
got the
true.
key and we be like, dang, I don't like the way this feel, but you be like, well, that's what I'm used to, so that's what I'm gonna stick to. But then you get tired of it. You like, okay, listen, life is so short. You watch people you love pass away um unexpectedly at super young ages that you've even surpassed, and you're like, okay, this ain't something I should keep taking for granted. I need to wake up with a different mind frame. So
For sure. And like every time I give advice, I either went through a lived experience or whatever the case may be. And my advice may not fit everyone, right? But my thing is that when we wake up every day, we have a choice.
mhm.
We have a choice. And the things that we complained about yesterday, things that we complained about the day before, right?
Mhm.
We got a choice to make a different decision, to do something else, to do a little bit more.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're going
Yeah.
to be tired, but anything that we do in life, we're not going to be able to reap the glams and the glitter without the gloom. And what that means is you're going to go through what you need to go through to get what you want to be able to sustain it. Like we could reach it. We all probably reached it a million times,
Right.
but we wasn't able to sustain it because we wasn't ready for it. We didn't know what to do with it.
They also say that like God will give you, not to get all spiritual,
No, it's
but
okay.
I feel like that's been a big part of my journey too, is getting involved in the church. Um Shout out to Pastor Ken. But um I just feel like, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's okay. I be having brain fog all the time. It comes with the illness.
It comes with mine too. I forgot to say
Really?
yes. But no, I just feel like, I don't know. Like he'll test you. Like he'll give you like a little something. Okay, is you ready for this? Okay, you handling okay, but you're not walking in your full purpose, so I can't upgrade you yet.
For
That's what I was gonna
sure.
say. Like, yeah, I feel like this is just my feelings. Um, but I feel like God will give you something and test you, and then if you ace that test, then you go to the next level. If
And
not, you stay there.
yeah, and those are your words, but I receive your words. Just like people can go to the club and spend their last. Why can't you spend your last on your dream? Even though this is not going to feed you right now, but this is going to feed you,
Yes.
later on in life. And people don't have that mentality. This is with relationships, being an entrepreneur, like anything. And I be telling people, like I said, they use it either way out, like, oh, well, this is God's doing. No. You think getting something that this of this magnitude and this luxury where you can pull people behind you is going to be easy? Absolutely not.
Yeah,
It's not going to be easy at all.
no,
But they need the person that's going to be able to sustain this. So when they do bring the people with them, they're going to be able to teach them the proper way so they can,
reach
it's
back in.
abundance, right?
Yeah.
And people don't be understanding that. And sometimes it's like when you get to talking to people and study talking to them about the same time, I kind of just leave them where it's at because, like, for me, going through a lot of stuff that I've been going through and still getting up every day. Don't get me wrong, I fall short. I do. But I don't stay there too long. I give myself a day or so and I get right back at it. Because life waits for nobody. You
Right.
got to figure out how to deal with what you're going through while you continue doing whatever it is that
Right.
you're doing.
You gotta keep pushing
because them emails ain't gonna stop, them bills ain't gonna stop. Nothing is going
Definitely
to
the
stop
bills.
while you going through what you're going through.
Right.
So you gotta have that. You gotta have that, and you gotta have them people around you, your circle around you that's gonna be check in on you, even though you don't respond to them. You gotta have them people that's gonna check up on you, so you kind of like bring your life.
I
back.
think that's been an important thing too, because when you be in your feelings, you be like, don't nobody care about me, ain't nobody there or whatever. But like, it's a blessing to be able to actually like step back and be like, nah, I'm very wrong. It's like I have a lot of people that love on me, and I just been blessed with a really amazing support system that I wasn't always aware of, if that makes sense.
No,
And
that makes a
so,
lot of
yeah.
sense. Because our circle that we thought we once had is not our circle.
Mhm.
They getting moved out to the people that's in. And shout out to the people that's been checking up on me. Like I've been telling them what I need, and they do it.
Oh.
And I love them. Like I don't even haven't known them long or anything like that. I just been in the same circle as them or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But y'all been really showing up and showing out, and I really greatly appreciate that. That keeps me going because I go back and I read those messages.
Yeah.
So
And that uplift you.
It do.
A few successful business people from Milwaukee had told me over time, I think this is something important to acknowledge, is that sometimes we think we don't have a support system because we're looking for the support
from
from the people
person.
that should be the people supporting us in our eyes. But the business owners I spoke with and stuff like that, they'd be like, it's crazy, but your biggest supporters is not gonna be for the people. It's not gonna come from the people you expect.
Nope.
It's God gonna send you some new people. It's not necessarily gonna be your family. It's not necessarily gonna be your spouse. Might not even be your kids. But you're gonna get the support. It just might not be from who you're expecting it from.
And that is true.
Yeah.
When you look at my circle today, we are like a Crayola box.
Mhm.
And what I mean by that, all of us different. People don't know how we even intertwine with each other, how we met up, how we in the same space, none of that. But we feed each other souls in different ways. And when we got introduced to each other, it was just what it was supposed to be. And that's all that people need to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the people that's like me, we don't click very well.
Right.
It's too catty, it's too messy, it's too much of everything.
A lot of people think things become a competition instead of support or
Exactly.
empowerment or collaboration. Everything's automatically a competition. And
Yeah.
it don't be that.
It don't be
I
that
can tell
all.
you a girl's girl like me.
I am.
Yes.
I love.
That's how it should be.
People say that they are, but they really
Oh,
not.
yeah, no, they
and
just
I want
say
to do an
'cause cute.
episode on that, but I don't know if I want to do it on this platform. But we're gonna talk about that
I'll be
later.
ready.
We definitely gonna.
Oh, shoot.
Do you ever feel pressure to do it all, and how do you handle the weight of those expectations?
Okay, so this is a good one. This is a good one. Because since I got so many different things I'm trying to succeed at, I'm trying to be the best mom I can be, the best partner I can be, the best worker I can be, the best bartender, the best entrepreneur, the best radio personality, the best friend, the best everything, right? Sometimes I feel like I got my hands in too many pots that ain't nothing cooking. And so it's something I'm actually still learning. I wouldn't say that I've mastered it at all, but at least I'm aware. And I take it just day by day. Like, okay, you know what? I feel like I'm kind of falling short as a mom today. I think it's about being self-aware. Okay, let's plan a play date for me and my son or me and my kids or whatever. Or, okay, I noticed me and my man haven't had a lot of quality time. Let's plan something out. Or I think it's just focusing on whatever you think is suffering the most at that time. And that's kind of how I've been trying to manage, I guess.
No, you are. And I'm not a therapist or nothing, y'all. But you are. Because that's what I do. I notice that I work too much sometimes. And I told my kids, I'm like, listen, if you ever feel like, I'm too MIA or whatever, hey, can you not go to work today? Can you not do this? Can we do this? I gave them that. You know what I'm saying? And also, I look too like, okay, hey, hit me up about going to work. Let me ask him. You know what I mean? So you are having that awareness is dope. Most people don't even have that. They'll wake up 20 years later and be getting divorced and don't even know why.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know. I hope over the next however long of time, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, that I'm able to master it all. Like I be thinking like, how do Beyonce pull this off?
They got help. It's help.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's help. Your assistant gonna come into play. Your house cleaner gonna come. You gonna have help when you reach that status. You gonna have help.
Yeah,
and you ain't gonna be responsible for all the other duties.
Because it's like it's hard. You don't want to sacrifice your relationship. You don't want to sacrifice your bond with your kids. You don't want to sacrifice your dream and just work for somebody else for the rest of your life. Like. So it's hard finding that balance, and I'm still every single day looks different. So
that's dope that you can even say it like that.
Yeah.
So you have the awareness. You one step closer.
One step closer
to the real ones out there. What lessons for motherhood have helped you grow as a leader?
I think it will kind of revert back to what I was saying before, like. I want to be somebody that my kids is proud of.
Do you think that your kids are proud of you as of today?
I think they are.
Okay.
But I want them to be even more proud. And so I just like, this is a good thing and a bad thing about me. I'm never satisfied.
Yeah.
And so what I mean by that is, okay, so I wanted to make it onto the radio. So now I'm on Sundays, but I'm like, okay, well, I'm not on like Saturdays and Sundays. You know what I mean? Like but not just with the radio thing, but with everything. I always want to go to the next level.
Nothing's wrong with that though.
So it could be frustrating too, because then it's like, okay, at what point am I going to be fully happy? But yeah, I'll just say because of them, I want to like keep leveling up or whatever. So they could be like, yeah, that's my mom.
It's your boss. You're already a boss.
Right.
You're a mess. But she's always supposed to. Now we're going to switch it over to leadership with intentions. From the mic to the mobile bar, what inspires you to step into entrepreneurship alongside your media career?
So I've always been interested in the media world. And actually, when I was pregnant with my son, while I was making my exit from B100 the first time, I was in school for TV production and broadcasting. I don't know. I love the media world. I love reporting stuff. I love entertainment. I love talking. I love being informational. So I have that love, but how I started the mobile bartending business is one of my good friends had reached out to me and she said, okay, girl, you know, you a bomb A-word bartender, like everybody love you. Everybody love you. And she was like, I want you to bartend my wedding. And I was like, well, I wanted to kick it or whatever. But I'm like, okay. And it was just so amazing. Like, on the contrary from like being a bartender at the casino, a lot of times we're dealing with angry people, and then I really be trying to turn their day around because they done lost some money or they ain't had no business being down there in the first place or whatever. But at like weddings and stuff like that, everybody's happy. Everybody kicking it. Like ain't nobody mad.
They better not
unless
be.
They weird, right? So it was just like a really fun vibe, and I liked being a part of that. So from there, I started Elite Elixirs. I kind of sleep on myself a little bit, and now I just take bookings that's like word of mouth or whatever. I don't advertise it as much as I should because I feel like I got a lot of other stuff going on currently. But maybe when some of that stuff kind of pans out, and
you'll pick it back up.
Yeah. Okay. So that's like very part-time because I'm not Superwoman. I'm trying to be, but I ain't there yet.
Listen, maybe you can get your daughters or some cousins license and they can go run the business for you.
Yeah, I need a group. Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
Yes.
How do you lead differently as a woman in spaces that are often male dominant or high pressure?
I would say I just stand my ground. Like, yeah, I'll say especially the radio industry, it is primarily, well, at least the building I'm at is primarily men, and people will try you because you're a woman or whatever, or unfortunately some women probably do flirt their way to the top or whatever, but I just kind of stay in my lane and prove myself. Like, I don't know, I just, yeah, I'll be out the way, I guess, um and just show them better than I could tell them.
That
So
part.
yeah.
I seen you at the bar. You a little, but you fun.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
receive it. But
Right.
it's like, don't try her.
Yeah. I have a beautiful heart, but I'm like mean until I'm nice until I'm not. Like, and so if I do be mean to you, that means you definitely deserved it.
They've done something.
Yeah. Yeah.
What values drive your leadership, both as elite and on the airwave?
I'll say for both is just like human compassion, um, being relatable, being transparent. Um, I don't at any of the jobs. I don't. This is why I don't think I could do like an office job. I just be myself, and sometimes that means crazy stuff gonna come out my mouth, or I'm very blunt, or I overshare. But I just believe in walking in my truth and being who I am, or whatever. So yeah,
You're gonna get what you're gonna get at that time.
yeah, exactly. I might regret it later, but probably not. Because I mean, whatever.
You is funny. Have you faced any challenges as a woman in leadership? If so, how have you turned those challenges into fuel to your mission?
I want to be careful how I word this. I would say in a male dominated profession that we're just supposed to look cute and get overlooked, I think a lot of times, like for like real opportunities. And so I just make my noise like, no, that's not how this gonna work. Well, how about we compromise, and I want to give a specific example, but I can't. And my eyes water. That's a sign.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, but I'll just say like, make your noise, but hey, I'm here. I'm more than a cute face or whatever. Like, I know how to do this just like X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean?
Period.
So
And
yeah, it takes
said.
a lot of, I think the women have to go the extra mile to like prove their abilities, if you will.
And I never understood that. I don't want to make this until, so I don't really want to talk too much on it, but I never understood that. Because we are very smart, very intelligent. Like, we go above and beyond. And a lot of men and they ego driven, that cost them a lot.
Yeah.
That cost them mistakes that they could have fixed in the beginning because of their egos and being driven like that. Where women, because we are nurturers and all that, we like to pay attention to detail. We would have caught that a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And I used to be too scared to make mistakes, but now I mean, I don't like making them too often, but I don't mind it. I'd rather make them early on and, learn from that early on how to move differently. So,
okay, we kept that cute. That's it. That's all. We're going to switch over to legacy and empowerment, what you were speaking on earlier. What do you hope your story inspire in other women, especially mothers, and aspiring leaders?
I would say from the time that I was at V100 the first time, from 05 to 07 till now, I just knew I wanted to be on the radio ever since I was a little girl. People be like, no, it's been like a couple decades. Like, no, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. But I just don't take no for an answer. So I'll just say, no matter if you feel in your heart you striving towards something you really feel like you're supposed to be doing, don't give up. It don't matter if your man tell you stop, your mama tell you stop, whoever, like just keep pushing and God will open that door eventually.
For sure.
So,
I love that. I love it. If you're a
now
daughter,
they be asking me for concert tickets. No, I'm just playing.
like, no, you told me.
Right, like give it up. No, that's
that
okay.
is funny. That is so funny. If your child could take away one lesson from watching your journey, what would you want it to be?
That sometimes people are disappointed, but you have to remain resilient through that. It just, how does it go? Expect the best, but wait, no, hope for the best,
Expect the
but
worst.
yes. You know what I'm trying to say, girl.
You are funny.
Yes, so like don't doom it before it, you know.
Start.
Right, but just know the reality that it could be.
Could be.
Yeah, so I try to give them a realistic point of everything in life, from
As you should.
relationships to jobs to family dynamics to shoot everything. So yeah,
Now that's dope because
Yeah.
they need to know that. Tom, can we put up a couple of comments on up there? My guess you reading. It's right there. Kenda, hey girl.
hey boo, that's Bay. Hey Lavita,
Hey sis. You gotta read what she say. Lavita said.
okay, this is true. Trying to be our best everything, it's hard not to push ourselves.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah. Some days it's easier than others.
It is,
Yeah.
and your body's gonna tell you when you need that break. Just take that break.
Yeah.
Just take the break.
But don't take too long.
Don't take too long. Take that break. That break can be an hour or a whole day. But after that, you need to get back to business.
Yeah.
For real. No matter what's going on, because life be life into everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get back to
That's the
doing.
thing too. Like we be like, well, this is happening. It's like something happening to everybody, but hey, you can't let that slow your motion.
You can't. You gotta push through. How do you stay grounded when life gets loud, and how do you return to your why?
You know what? I found myself saying a lot lately. I'll be like, I'm overstimulated. I'm gonna put that on a bumper sticker. But I would say the way I ground myself, I'm very much a people person. I'm very outgoing, very talkative in person, but I'll be been to made 5 friends in the grocery store line or whatever. But
I
on
can
the
see
flip
that.
side, I need to recharge. So my grounding is going back to the house, and sometimes it's just being entertained on Facebook. Sometimes it's just putting on my 90s R&B and smoking my hookah. Sometimes it's just taking a nap, but it's like alone time.
What you want to do?
Yeah.
On your own time.
And yeah, I'd be like, okay, I just need me in these 4 walls and to recharge. So,
Do you communicate that with your family when you need a long time, or you just take it?
so a lot of times I just take it, and then they be like, oh, she, you know,
Oh.
she in there.
They
Like,
good.
yeah, most of the time. Or sometimes they'll come in there jumping on my head or something. Somebody overgrown self. But most of the time they respect it. They like, okay, well, you know, she just chilling in there, or she taking a nap or whatever. So
That's dope. That's
Mhm.
really dope. So again, before we leave, I want you to let them know a little bit again. Just touch a little bit about the sister strut, right?
Mhm.
Where they can sign in on what you got coming up. Drop your tags, and then we're gonna leave them with some closing remarks.
okay, so the Sister Strut is our breast cancer walk that we do. It used to be in October, but now we try to beat everybody else because breast cancer month is technically October, but we be trying to like outdo everybody. So
Next time, y'all need to be having me a party.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I got
Go
you.
ahead.
It's September 27th. They can register at v100.com and then put in the code word strut. My eye is watering, y'all. I'm so sorry. Y'all making me cry. No. And yeah, it's really dope vibes. It's like so much unity and empowerment there. It's a lot of vendors, it's dancing, it's singing, exercising, it's a little bit of everything. And then, like I said, Jess Hilarious gonna be there. And me and my coworker Trey White will be hosting with her. They might be doing a meet and greet after the walk. I'm not sure. They didn't say yet. They're still working out some logistics. And then y'all can reach me on Facebook at Phoeniix Lee, Phoenix with 2 eyes, and then Instagram, _girl_Phoenix. And I am on Sunday morning, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Period. And what is a takeaway?
I feel like it's walking your purpose.
Oh,
Don't be ordinary. We ain't basic.
not at all.
And we like figure out what your purpose is and walk in that. Don't just like let life pass you by and then be 80 years old with all these regrets or, oh, I should have did this or I should have did that. Just every day walking your purpose. So.
Yeah, I heard what she said. Thank you so much for being a part of Lupus Has No Face podcast.
Yes,
you were amazing.
Me.
The energy was so super dope.
Yeah.
It matches your face.
Period.
Now, remember, you guys know we are here every Wednesday at 6:30 live on all platforms. And if you missed it, please go to Lupus Has No Face podcast to replay. Leave comments, like, share, and we will respond.